What's up YouTube? This is Major Albatross from Dual Channel GX. Sorry I haven't posted a video recently. We've been busy with back to school. I'm sure everyone knows what it's like going back to school, all the homework and studying and stuff like that. Anyways, got a deck profile today, a mysterious deck. No, just kidding. This is my eHero deck. The reason why it's flipped over like this is because a lot of surprises hidden in this deck. Cards that are not really used that much today. But anyways, this is a very non-meta deck. I don't have like all those meta cards everyone has, like Pot of Duality and Solemn Warning. But it's a very traditional eHero deck. I've been running eHero since they've came out in Lost Millennium. I've entered tournaments with this. I've won a couple. It does fairly well. Most recently came top 4 in my locals. But without further ado, here is my eHero deck. Starting off with monsters. Like all eHero decks have, I start off with a Stratos. Staple in any eHero deck, arguably their best monster. I've got 2 Prisma in the deck for fusing easier. Got a Bubble Man, an Ocean, Wildheart, Woodsman, because I run a Poly in the deck. The dynamic duo, Blade Edge and Necroshade. Necroshade is a dark, and it brings Blade Edge out easier. This is where the deck gets a bit more wacky, just for say. I have a Captain Gold because I do run a Skyscraper in the deck because these cards are fairly weak, and Skyscraper really could make the difference in the deck. The deck gets even wackier because the deck contains 2 Avian for the wind attribute, 2 Percentrix for fire attribute, and 2 Sparkmen for light attribute. I'm raising the octave here because the deck is just very, like, these cards don't really make it in any competitive eHero deck, but like I said, this is a non-meta deck, and these cards have a special place in my heart because I've always had them in my deck. I've never taken them out except for the time I changed for the alternate arts that came out in Legendary Collection. I want to take this out. I have a Clayman because I have a lot of Earth attributes in the deck with like Wildheart and Woodsman, because I want to add another King of the Swamp. I have a King of the Swamp because King of the Swamp and Sparkman can make a very deadly combo. So I would probably take Clayman out to put in another King of the Swamp when I get one. And the trolliest card of all in Yu-Gi-Oh! Mr. Neo-Spacian Grand Mole can get rid of any high-level monster, and he's just that good. That's why he's only limited. That's why he's limited to 1. Speaking of being limited, I have 2 Emergency Call, semi-limited, just fresh right off the last ban list. Ticked me off a bit because I used to have 3. Thank God this didn't get banned or limited. My 2 Miracle Fusion and my Super Poly. I put money on this card being banned or being affected because it's such a good card, especially with all 6 Omni heroes. It's pretty overpowered, and that's coming from a guy that runs eHeroes and loves eHeroes. I have a Poly because it can't always get Super Poly Miracle Fusion. Poly helps with helps a lot. Since I had Captain Gold, have to have Skyscraper. Like I've said before, it's self-explanatory. Parallel World, when I play RFP decks, or because I have 2 Miracle Fusion, Parallel really helps a lot with that too. So for spell and trap removal, I have a Righteous Justice, a Heavy Storm. I only play 1 MST because I have Stratos, I have Righteous Justice, and Heavy Storm. You only really need 1 for this build. Staples, Monster Born, and Swords. Swords really helps because, like I said, they're very weak. And a very underrated card in my opinion. You might disagree. Monster Recovery. It really adds consistency to the deck, and it's a quick play, so it really helps. It can help out in a lot of ways. It's a very good card, very all around card. Traps, I got 2 Mirror Force. I'm really happy about that, like probably everyone else is. Got a Fiendish Chain. I only have 1. I don't really. I like beating my opponents very quickly with this deck, so I don't really include a lot of doubles of traps, except Mirror Force is really good. Torrential, Solemn, Deep Prison, Magic Cylinder, and Threatening Roar and Negate Attack. As I've said before, with Swords and with Skyscraper and with Captain Gold, these cards can go a really long way because they're pretty weak archetype in general, and stalling for a turn could make a difference with this deck. You can draw into something really good. And now for the extra deck. I contain 1 of each of the Omni Heroes: Mr. Gaia, Absolute Zero, Shining, Great Tornado, Nova Master, and Esquardio. Especially now with Super Poly, these cards are very good. There's an argument that E-Heroes are tier 1 deck because of these cards in Super Poly, because you can Super Poly with any attribute now to make one of these 6 very strong monsters. Now, as I said before, I could get crapped on because of the cards that I include in this deck, because they're not quote unquote very good. In the deck, I include a Flame Wingman, Phoenix Enforcer, Dark Bright, Tempest, Plasma Vice, and the bossest, coolest, bestest E-Hero around, pretty badass card, Mr. Shining Flare Wingman himself, my favorite monster in all of Yu-Gi-Oh!, as well as one of the coolest art on any card, in my opinion. King of the Swamp and Sparkman can be fused to make him without summoning Flame Wingman. So, Flare Wingman, very good card. Now for the Exceeds, I have an Excalibur, a Utopia, and a Zenmaines. This deck is pretty versatile. I can add Masked Heroes in the deck. I usually add 2 Mask Change, and I take out 3. I usually take the Exceeds out, or I take out like Tempest or Flame Wingman or Phoenix Enforcer to add Goka and all the other Masked Heroes. But thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more deck profiles. Oh, I don't have any openings planned, but you can bet your money that we're gonna get all the new things like Legendary Collection 3 and stuff. So this is Major Albatross from Dual Channel GX. Please remember to like and subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh videos.